and an entrepreneurial instinct. Since I was a little kid, I always sold whatever I could get my hands on and whatever people were willing to buy. Fortunately for me, the school had a cafeteria monopoly and overcharged for products with very little diversity. That meant there were a lot of people willing to buy food and had money to do so. I started selling candy when I was in 2nd grade, and I didn't stop until I was in 7th. I got to the point where I was making 120,000 pesos a day, or roughly 60 euros at that time. What made me stop if I was making so much money? I got caught. Unfortunately for me, selling anything in my school is highly prohibited. Since the beginning of capitalism, entrepreneurship has been the soul and heart of the economy. Because of their essential role in society throughout history, I wanted to learn what makes an entrepreneur successful. And after extensive research, I have come to a conclusion. The 3 most important factors an entrepreneur needs for success is persistence, vision, and an entrepreneurial-friendly environment. To talk about what makes a great entrepreneur, we need to understand first what an entrepreneur actually is. An entrepreneur is a person that creates, organizes, and manages a business, taking on financial risks in the hope of making a profit. Without determination as an entrepreneur, you won't get very far, and you won't last very long. One of the most important factors for any job is being determined. Throughout the journey of an entrepreneur, he or she will encounter multiple dead ends and obstacles. There is no way around that. But whoever has the tenacity and the persistence to keep going against everything that pushes them back, they will be successful. Who here has the app WhatsApp on their phone? Most of you probably do. And a lot of you might know that the founders of WhatsApp recently became billionaires after Facebook acquired it for $22 billion. What you might not know is how much one of the original co-founders struggled before doing this. John Kuhn, at the age of 16, emigrated to California from Ukraine, living on state assistance and mopping floors for less than minimum wage just to survive. He taught himself coding and computer skills, and in 2009 he created the biggest mobile messaging service in the world. If he hadn't had the tenacity or the persistence to keep going, he would surely still live beneath the poverty line. You might think that the massive amount of money and luxurious lifestyle will easily keep you motivated as an entrepreneur. The harsh reality is it takes a very long time for an entrepreneur to start seeing a decent amount of money. If you get into entrepreneurship first and foremost for the money, you're in the wrong business. There's nothing wrong with wanting to make money, but in the beginning, it's going to be rough. You will make less than your friends. And if there is any profit at all, it will be reinvested in the growth of the business. The times you will be able to go out with friends will be very few, and life will not be enjoyable. Any startup on its infancy will take up most of its creators' mind, money, and time. You might also think that with the support of your family and friends, keeping your persistence is going to be pretty easy. You would be wrong again. For most entrepreneurs, this is not the case. It is hard for family and friends to support you with something they don't understand why or what you're doing. They will ask stuff like, do you even make any money? Or why don't you get a real job? This is obviously not the case for everybody, but for most family, entrepreneurship is a sort of taboo. For this reason, family and friends will not be the pillar of support for your success or your motivation. Life will not be fun or easy or enjoyable for the first year of any startup. And without the rock-hard persistence to keep going, you won't be successful. An entrepreneur looks into his community and analyzes a problem that it has or a service that it lacks, and asks himself, how do I make money out of it? How can he or she provide a solution to that specific problem? This is a question that every entrepreneur asks himself. And vision is the flashlight that helps you look deep into the darkness and find something amazing. Vision gives you the purpose and the goal you need to be persistent towards. As said by Reid Hoffman, the creator of LinkedIn, entrepreneurship is throwing yourself off a cliff and assembling a plane on the way down. This phrase perfectly shows how entrepreneurship is a lifestyle that involves a lot of reasoning. You're always looking for a better and more efficient way to solving existing problems. This is why vision is so important in entrepreneurship. If you don't have any vision, you will have a hard time searching for the answers or solutions to such problems. Even if an entrepreneur has a strong set of qualities, such as vision and persistence, there are a lot of external factors that affect his success. For an entrepreneur to be successful, he needs to be in an entrepreneurial-friendly environment. What is an entrepreneurial-friendly environment, you might ask? An entrepreneurial-friendly environment is an environment that advocates innovation and puts as few obstacles in an entrepreneur's way as possible. These obstacles might be high tariffs, permits, or excessive paperwork. Over-regulation of commerce prevents entrepreneurship from flourishing because it raises the cost of starting a business, and increases the flexibility and the ability to react quickly to opportunities as they appear. According to a study conducted by 2 European universities and an independent world organization, including multiple countries from the European Union, the more regulatory policy a country adopted, the least innovation and newer companies were created. As such, this proved that the more a country adopts a regulatory policy, the least it's likely for an entrepreneur to be successful. It is no surprise that the country with the lowest index of innovation and entrepreneurship is Greece. Because of their entrepreneurial unfriendly environment, their economy is now in ruins. Actually, I don't need to go overseas to prove my point. The panorama is very scary. According to the president of Confecamaras, Julián Domínguez Rivera, an institution created to support and assist the creation and development of industry in Colombia, the average lifespan of a company here is 5 years. In Colombia, a country with enough natural resources and infrastructure to become a highly developed nation, it is easier to set up an illegal operation than to start a legal business. Undoubtedly, this is because of the extreme regulation and high taxes that the government puts on companies. If only government would focus on making the paths of entrepreneurs easier, they would surely have a more vigorous economy. You might be thinking that successful entrepreneurs are always born wealthy or have a certain degree of money to start a business with. It's wrong. It's a common misconception. There are dozens of ways entrepreneurs can raise capital or start a business with very little upfront capital. Hard money lenders and banks offer loans to businesses, often with high interest, and investment bankers offer cash in exchange to a portion of the company. As long as you have a structured and well thought out professional plan and a good innovative idea, there is nothing that stops you from building an empire from the ground up. It is evident that to become successful as an entrepreneur, you need persistence, vision, and be in the right conditions. As long as anybody has these elements, there is nothing that stops them from becoming successful.